All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal.
My name is Kyle.
And I'm Steve.
This is my dad,
Steve's back.
Steve. He is joining us for a second time. The first episode, everybody loved. Everybody demanded that Steve make a return. So here he is.
Yep.
How much am I getting paid for this?
You're paying us,
you
right?
paid for this, basically.
I thought you were paying us.
Yeah. We didn't really have anything in particular on today's agenda, but then a little bit ago, we came up with a couple killer ideas to talk to Steve about.
Mm-hmm.
But before we dive into those, I had a couple things that I just got to get off my chest.
Oh, okay.
One, I was at work today, and I went to the bathroom. And when I was leaving the bathroom, there's like this long hallway, and I was just like looking at the signs, admiring them. And
Looking at the sides?
no, the signs,
Signs.
just like the random signs.
Okay.
Like
And-
men's room?
Yeah, just like signs like that, or
You're
like
admiring the men's room.
electric room or
All right,
whatever.
all right.
And they all have Braille on them. Like underneath what it says is they have it in Braille.
Yeah.
How are blind people supposed to even find where the sign is to read the Braille?
I think it's like known that if they feel it with their stick thing, that there's a door, they like can feel up and then feel what it is.
So the
There's
first,
like probably a certain height that it's supposed to be at. I don't know.
so they have to first find the door with their stick,
Yeah.
and then they just have to feel the whole wall until they can find the sign.
No, I think it's a waste. I think it's government over-regulating. The blind person will never use that Braille sign.
That's the thing. Like,
But they were made to put the sign up there with
Yeah.
Braille, but a blind person will never use it.
I'll say the odds of a blind person ever actually needing to use that sign are very, very slim.
Yeah, but I think you also are underestimating how good at getting around blind people are.
That's
Like
true.
it's not like they're just like walking around like.
Well,
Yeah.
Kyle,
reaching
you
for
know their
things.
other senses are enhanced.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that
know that?
true?
They can maybe
I've
smell
heard
the
about
door.
that.
Yeah.
Or hear the door.
Well, yeah, in a lot of scenarios, your enhanced senses don't help you. You know?
I've heard of blind people that can like kind of echolocate though.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
girl
that's
that
true.
clicks on her bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I've
think
heard
they
of that.
can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, she's
Like
rides a
bats.
bike.
They're like
There's
bats. Yeah.
there's a blind girl that rides a
There's a
bike
blind-
What?
and will click to find where bumps and obstacles are.
And like moving cars coming at him. He
So
clicks.
she's just
And when he first started, he thought he was a horn to try to tell the other car not to hit him, but the car didn't know, so he got hit a few times before they learned.
that's bold, just like trying to ride a bike while being blind
Just like,
and like not having anyone else.
yeah,
with
like
you.
learning how to ride a bike was hard enough how it is
Yeah.
when you can see.
That's
Yeah, I think
coordination.
I think the one I saw an episode on a boy that did that,
Yeah.
but he was, I think, blind at birth. I think it'd be a little easier if you lost your sight at some point, so you knew what a bike looked like and you knew what
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
telephone pole looked like.
Or
But I
it
think
might
it's
be
easier like before because that's what they're used to is not seeing.
Yeah, they don't feel like
They
they're
don't
have to
missing
rely-
out on anything.
And they don't
Like
have
that's
to rely
normal.
on their sight either.
Yeah.
Like because they
I
they're
don't
just
know.
born with it.
I was just intrigued.
Would you rather be blind from birth or lose your sight?
Honestly, probably rather be blind from birth, because if I went blind when I was like 30, I'd be like, I feel like I'd get really depressed because I'm like, the world is really
Yeah,
cool
but-
to look at, but now I can't do that anymore.
So a 30-year-old guy that's blind, that's just went blind, I could say, well, what a beautiful blue sky. And you would know what I'm talking about. But a 30-year-old guy that's blind from birth, you
That's
say, what
true.
a beautiful
Yeah.
blue sky. He wouldn't even... Shit,
Counter
it looks
argument.
black to me.
I got a counter argument. So, like, if you say, "Wow, what a beautiful sky," and you know, and you've gone blind, like at 30, you know what it looks like. So then it's sad that you're missing it. But if you're blind from birth, you don't even know what it looks like, so you don't know what you're missing.
Or if you're blind from birth, you have an imagination of what a blue sky would look like, and
Yeah.
maybe your imagination of what it would look like is more beautiful than what it actually looks like. So if you got to see it, you would be let down.
Can you imagine visuals if you're blind though? I don't think you can.
We don't know what they imagine. We can't
That's
go inside
crazy.
someone else's brain.
No, but they should be able to tell people what they're visualizing.
But you can't explain a color to someone.
Yeah, it's impossible.
No, I think
to-
I bet they know. I bet they know color by
I
like.
don't think they know.
How could you
Okay,
explain a
well,
color?
like red, you put a match on their hand, and there's look at that's red. That's hot. It's red. Cold ice cube is, I don't know.
but they
Ice cubes aren't blue.
but they still can never
No, but-
associate the feeling with what red looks like.
I got something though. I know I've heard of a blind person that can feel what color something is based on the temperature that it's giving off. So like they had like the rainbow or whatever, or like different colors, and they could put their finger on it and feel the heat that was like.
But
you
what if it
believed
doesn't
it.
have a
And you believed
temperature?
it.
I don't know.
What-
I don't know.
what
I
do
saw
you
a video.
mean?
I
Wait.
saw it in school. I learned about it in school.
But what if you have 8 colors that are all giving off the same exact temperature?
No color gives off the same temperature. It's based off of like the lightness of the color. I don't know. I'm not the one that can do it. I just heard about that.
All right. Okay.
Look it up if you don't believe me.
Another thing that I just wanted to mention before we get into the main core of today's episode. So I'm currently doing a 24-hour fast for this video that I'm doing. And so last time I ate, I had ice cream at 10 p.m. last night. And now it's 3:10 p.m. the next day. And I'm feeling fine so far. But one thing that I thought was super interesting, like a super good benefit of this, that's like actually makes my life easier, is if I don't eat, I don't have to worry about getting myself sick via eating, because I get sick a lot, and a lot of times people get sick because they'll eat food without washing their hands, and there's a bunch of germs on their hands.
But what if you touch
So
your mouth?
my point is, I don't really have to wash my hands.
So you just don't really need to eat.
Well,
Never. Then you never get sick.
Just don't eat anymore and you won't get sick. You'll die, but you
my
won't get
point
sick.
is, there's a benefit because I could go my whole day without washing my hands, and you guys are gonna waste like 5 to 10 minutes of the day washing your
Have
hands.
you not washed your hands today? Dude, you went to the bathroom? You're feeling the Braille?
It's an experiment, guys. I have to see if I don't get sick from this. Actually, that's
What if you get me sick from your like weird stuff on your hands?
Yeah.
You don't ever touch your face? You never bite your fingernail?
no. I don't bite. I've never bitten my
either.
fingernails.
Yeah, you like rip them off or something.
Yeah, I pick my fingernails.
That's weird.
I don't know, guys. All I'm saying is,
Yeah, that's a new. That
I don't
could be
think
an
that's a
experiment.
good benefit of
No,
not
it's
eating.
not.
you know how you
I
can
mean, cleansing your body might be a benefit.
go. Yeah.
Losing weight might be a benefit.
Not having to waste time washing your hands, also a benefit.
Saves time.
Save money, maybe. You know.
Okay, so when Kyle and I were thinking of ideas to talk about with Steve when he was on the podcast, we were having a bit of trouble, and then Steve came in and he was like, hey, when someone texts me and they say NP, what does that mean? Now, listen, I'm not trying to, we're going to do this segment, and it's not to like make fun of what you don't know, because you didn't grow up with cell phones.
It's just
Okay.
interesting to see what your predictions are.
Yeah,
For some
You're
of
not
those things.
look at. You're not gonna make fun of me because I don't know why you wouldn't say no problem.
It's quicker.
It's quicker.
NP.
Yeah, but you guys are on your phone all day long. What do you mean? You're quicker.
But why
What are you in a hurry for?
why
I don't
Where
really
you go? You guys are never in a hurry. You guys dink around on your phone.
Save
all day
time.
long.
Why speak more when you can save time?
Why
Why speak more
spend
word?
2 seconds to type no problem than to say 1 second and say NP?
We're all about saving time here, Steve.
Yeah, but I know. But you're about saving time to waste time. So
Yeah. See, but if you wasted time, you wouldn't have the time to waste, but we have the time to waste.
We got all the time in the world.
well, I just don't text back. I just
Yeah.
ask you what NP means,
Yeah.
and I figure it out.
So basically, what we're going to do is
I got a list here.
Kyle has a list of texting slang terms that a lot of people of our generation will use. And some, like my parents, probably don't know what a lot of them mean. So we're going to see how knowledgeable you are on if you know.
Let's start with some easy ones.
Yeah, we'll
yeah.
start with
Like
some
I'll start with
basics.
easy ones.
BFF or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. What's BFF?
Best friend
Okay, what's the other F?
What's the other F?
Best friend.
forever.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty
What
good.
Wait,
about-
wait a minute.
What?
When did you guys learn this stuff?
I kind of just grew up with it. I don't know.
Like, I think it was
When I
just
got
Well,
a
the
phone?
first time, didn't you have to like write out best friend forever and then?
I mean, I've
someone-
never said that out loud.
I think-
like, you're
I
my
think-
best friend forever.
No, but that's more of a girl thing, I think.
I think
yeah.
what happened was like I had the same situation that you just had, where I had to ask like one of my friends and say, "Hey, what does BFF mean?"
Yeah.
But that was probably in like 6th grade when I got my phone.
Because I can't remember what like when I
So-
learned certain things. I feel like
Yeah.
I just
So
always knew.
all of them you had to learn from someone by asking someone. Did you ever just look at one and say, "Oh, that means
I feel like
get
LOL.
lost"?
Yeah. What LOL? What do you think LOL is?
Laugh out loud.
Okay,
Okay.
there you go.
All right.
What about LLMAO? LMAO.
LMAO. LM. Is this used all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, it's pretty popular.
A.
No,
M.
LMAO.
It's like LOL to the next level. It's
Yeah.
like LOL on steroids.
Oh God, I don't know. I couldn't even. So it's laugh. I take it.
Yeah.
Laughing my.
Alter ego.
Oh,
Well, that wouldn't even make
laughing my ass off.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
you're laughing so hard that your ass is like about to fall off.
Yeah.
Okay. What about
That's
if I say someone is my GF or my BF? What does that mean?
Well, best friend, I would say.
Well, but
Best-
not in this context.
In a different context.
GF and BF.
Goofy friend.
Goofy friend
Yeah,
and boinky friend.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
what's a
girlfriend and
boy-
boyfriend.
Girlfriend and boyfriend.
GF, my girlfriend.
Oh.
My BF, my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Kyle,
What?
how many boyfriends do you have?
I've got a couple. I got a
Got
couple
a
BFs. You guys are both my BFs. All right. If someone says LMK, what does that mean?
LMK.
It's like,
Let's
all right,
see,
Steve,
LM
just
Yeah,
LMK.
this is hard to just give him something out of the
Yeah,
blue. Let's
I'll
give him
say
like a context.
Yeah.
I'll say, hey, Kyle, what time are you going to be here today?
Wait, that doesn't.
Oh, wait, no. Okay. Hey, sorry.
So
No, this is bad.
So
that was wrong. That was totally
that doesn't
wrong.
make any sense.
Okay. Hey, Kyle, LMK, what time you'll be here today?
Okay. I will.
let's see. Like minute. K.
Like minute K.
Like minute K.
K. Like
Hey, Kyle,
minute,
like minute K when you're gonna be here.
like I don't know. Like
It's all right. It's let me know. So if someone
Let
says
me know.
LMK,
Mm-hmm.
like, let me know.
okay.
Okay.
Let me know.
Here's one that you're probably familiar with. FYI.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
For your information.
There you go.
That's been around long before
Yeah.
cell phones.
Okay,
Yeah.
What about IDK?
That's like if you kill your wife and she starts to decay.
What?
I don't know. it's I don't know.
I don't know.
Decay.
Close.
Oh, I decay. Oh, I get it. I
Oh,
decay.
you're right.
No, it's like if you have like cataracts and your eyes are getting worse, you have eye decay. Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, what is it?
It's
decay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it would be easier just to type I don't know.
Yeah, but you said how come you guys? You said FYI has been around for
Yeah.
so long. Why say FYI when you could say?
Yeah,
for
you
your
guys started
information?
this. Your generation.
Well, yeah,
We're
but,
just piggybacking off what you
We're just
started.
taking it to the next level.
yeah, but information is a lot longer than know. Know is KNOW.
Yeah,
true.
but forever's kind
I-
of long.
I don't know. It's like your acronym is almost as long as spelling it out.
There are some where the acronym is kind of useless. I
Yeah.
feel like.
And sometimes, like when back to that, what time are you going to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah, LMK.
Why don't you say what time are you going to be here? And he say,
I mean, it's not necessarily for time. It's just like saying, "Let me know."
It's like, do you want a salad? LMK. It's like, do you want a salad? Let me know if you want a salad, and I'll get you a salad.
Yeah, or if I
So-
just say, "Hey, John, I might come over later," and John just goes, "Okay, LMK."
So let me know. Why don't you say you want a salad? It's either a yes or no. It's not let me know.
But you gotta let him know.
I want
So
him to
say
know.
yes or no.
But I'm
Do
giving
you
him
want
a.
do you want a salad, Kyle? You say
I'll
yes.
I'll
or no.
LUK. I will LYK. I will let you know.
Dad, you're digging too deep into this. Okay. All right.
Okay, what's FOMO? Do you know what? I don't know. Steve's not gonna know FOMO.
FOMO is a bit harder, but we'll give you an example of FOMO. It's FOMO. Okay.
FOMO.
And this is one that people like. It's created into a word. FOMO.
Yeah. FOMO is it like it was
It's
an acronym.
now it's a word.
Now people
Basically
yeah,
a
basically
word.
a word.
Okay, I'd like to know this because I probably have a use for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
okay, we'll give an example of something that might happen in your life.
Oh, okay.
So let's say there's a really good deal for a new chainsaw at Home Depot, but mom took your car and you don't have a car, so you would have FOMO.
Okay, I got one.
Fear of missing out.
There
Yes!
you go.
Got it. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
that was
that's pretty
impressive.
good.
Dang.
Oh,
Steve
good.
would-
I
he-
just made that up. That's
You
for
thought
real.
of that, yeah.
Wow.
Because he would be afraid of missing out on this new
That's-
chainsaw.
hey, that was good. That was impressive, Steve.
Well, only if it was like like at Kmart, they used to have like a blue light special that only ran like, while the blue light was spinning, you could go get it. But once the blue light
Wait. Explain this.
They had a
So
blue light at
Kmart used to have blue light special or
was
red.
there
I
so
don't
there was lights around the store?
store. Yeah. So
And it
they
would turn on.
Yeah,
and
it would
you
be like
run
on a
over-
pole. It'd be like just a light, blinking, spinning, and then like while the light was on, it was a special. So like I don't know if it was something advertised, but once the blue light went off, it was off sale.
Okay.
So-
but do we mean like for a whole day, or it would go on for like 10 minutes and people would like
No,
fight
I think
for
it
running
was.
around.
I think it was
It's like Black Friday.
maybe just in store. Different stores would have different blue light
Oh,
specials,
okay.
and it was like
Blue
if you
Monday.
maybe it wasn't advertised. It was you had to be in the store.
Yeah. Was a Kmart a grocery store? Like Fred Meyer?
Variety store. Yeah, like I don't know. Well, they've got more food. They're still around.
Like Target kind of that has a little of
yeah,
everything?
yeah, like
Okay.
Target.
Okay.
What about HBU? This one's a little harder.
See, this one's a little misleading.
There's not even any words that start with you.
Umbrella.
Okay, well, why you need an acronym for have your umbrella?
Did you grab my umbrella? DYGMU.
Yeah, that's now. See,
Dig
I
note.
would do that because I wouldn't even know how to spell umbrella. So if I could do an acronym, would be an easier way. Although the phones spell check, so they
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
tell you what you're writing.
Yeah.
Okay, HBU.
And that's another reason. Does the phones do the acronym, or because the phone spells the word for you on texting?
Well,
Oh.
see, but when you're on an iPhone, when you text enough, you can tell it that this is what I meant to say. And then as it learns how you text, and then it learns
So,
he
like,
wants to use this acronym.
Let's say I use.
Doesn't that worry you guys? The phone learns.
Well, I mean,
Eh,
a little bit.
I personally like. There are some people that do think that AI and like just any artificial intelligence is eventually going to like be the demise of the human race because that they're going to get too smart.
Well, that's
We're
a
all gonna die.
conspiracy theory you guys could talk about. I bet there's lots of publications on that.
Yeah. I
About-
don't have much
yeah.
information on it, but
See, I don't know.
There was
I'm
just an article in the paper yesterday, Sunday
yeah,
paper.
I'm not too worried about it because I mean maybe I should be, but I feel like I'm gonna be dead before they get that bad.
yeah, true.
Like they might get sort of bad, but what are they gonna do? I don't
Right.
think they're gonna kill me in my lifetime.
Better be nice to your equipment, dude.
There's an old movie you guys should watch that's on that. It's where a computer takes over the spaceship.
Oh, that's a 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Have you seen Eagle Eye?
I haven't.
But 2001, that wasn't made. That was made like way.
It was a different time. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
but maybe it was talking about 2001 that was going to happen.
Which
in
is so
2000.
weird because I remember in elementary school people were like, "Oh, there's gonna be flying cars in like."
Yeah, well, like
People thought in like
That's
2020.
happening. It's not too far away.
not flying.
They're
They're
making them. They make
Who's making them?
that French guy made a hoverboard that flew to 120 miles an hour across.
Yeah,
That's a
but-
hoverboard. That's not a flying car.
They're making flying cars. They're working on
Okay,
it.
but even if a car could fly, there's going to be a long time before there's going to be organized like lanes in the
stoplights and
sky and stoplights.
Jetsons had it. There was a cartoon, Jetsons.
Well, okay. That's a good-
They had the doors, like, the doors that open up when you hit the I-beam or something, that the doors automatic, the
Oh,
automatic door?
yeah.
But when I was a kid,
he
like
means
when you doors
at the
automatically
mall.
open.
Doors that
okay,
open.
okay.
When I was a kid, they didn't have that.
Oh, you had to open doors?
Yeah.
That
But
sucks.
in Jetsons it was called, they had doors like that going in their houses.
Whoa,
And
revolutionary.
so, I
Okay,
don't know.
but
You can dream it up, and someone will make it. So no matter how bizarre.
Okay,
dream it
but
up.
I don't doubt that one day people will be able to fly cars, but I'm saying they thought that in the 90s that it would happen in like 2020. It's not going to happen that quickly.
Steve,
Well, in your lifetime, that will happen.
Steve, I think you're good with your your good handiwork. You can build stuff. I think you could start making a hover car.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a different.
He can make
I can
maybe
do-
not a car, but if it comes to like
Something out
a
of wood.
mansion, some form of like high tech thing in a mansion.
Mm.
What's the craziest house you've ever like built, or like have you ever worked on like a billionaire's house?
No, I remember many years ago, this lady had me put in a heated towel bar in her house, in her bedroom. I mean, a bathroom, to heat up a towel bar.
Oh,
And
feels
when
so
I put it
unnecessary.
on, I thought, This is ridiculous. Whoever wants a heated towel bar? Why do you want a heated towel bar? Well, I wish I had one now.
Yeah, because in the winter you get out and you're like,
it's a
and then your
towel.
towel is just
I didn't
warm,
even think
waiting
about
for
that's
you.
actually
And
really
now
smart.
Now they're pretty popular.
Really,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, I think people do it more often.
Yeah,
Heated floors are nice.
Yeah.
I've been in
We
houses
have
with
heated
heated
floors.
floors.
heated floors in their bathroom. Yeah.
It's so nice.
Okay, so we just wanted to do that at the start. We thought that'd be fun. One thing that I wanted to talk about before we go into like the second half, which is probably going to be my favorite part.
Okay.
Probably one of my favorite segments we've done. My dad is really into like different theories about like the world or space. Like you're really into space. You like
can see
space
where John
shows.
gets it from.
Yeah, I'm also intrigued by like different theories about like the
ancient
world or
aliens.
life. He's a big ancient aliens guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just looking up like some crazy theories that about whether like the world or about space or about whatever, and I got some pretty good ones and I just wanted to share. See what
Okay.
we have to say.
First, I want to say, Steve, do you think Tupac is alive?
He doesn't even know
I
who
don't know
Tupac is.
I think he's a rapper that was shot in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I
But
would
was he
guess, but
shot? I don't know.
There's a
Where's his body at?
okay.
Don't get me started.
Kyle could explain
Is that a
it.
computer?
So basically, he
conspiracy
got-
People
theory?
think they took a different body, right?
So
To the-
basically, like they didn't do an autopsy, and then they immediately cremated him. And the only person that was with his body was this one doctor who was paid and like retired immediately after.
So he paid a lot of money then.
So he was paid a lot of money. No one ever saw the body. No one knows what happened to the body.
So why does he want to disappear?
I think he might have had to go to jail, or he might
How
have just
has
wanted
nobody
to get away.
ever seen him ever?
Elusive.
And ever gotten a picture?
He's elusive.
Ever.
There's been some pictures of him.
Oh,
There's a picture of
yeah.
him like at some music festival.
I mean,
So-
late after his death, supposedly.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's just been like some lookalikes that people have, like taking a picture of. So it could have been him though. You never know.
Okay, so this one, I never knew like what it was really called, but I've actually talked about this before. How like my dad and I on one of our road trips, we were talking about how there's a good chance aliens could already exist and already be here, but maybe our dumb human brains don't give us the ability to see them for whatever reason.
Like we can't comprehend them.
Yeah, like we can't comprehend them. And so it says, this person said, I forgot the name, but the idea that there are fourth dimensional hyper beings existing around us that we can't see, just as two-dimensional beings wouldn't be able to see us, but they're always there, always watching.
That's creepy.
There's always like these scientists that are doing new research all the time, trying to like find extraterrestrial life. And like I mentioned a couple episodes ago, this thing called the Fermi Paradox, which is the whole idea of like, if space is so big and there's so many galaxies and so many planets, how have we never, ever, ever seen like aliens?
Well, I think we have.
I think we have.
Well, that, or maybe they've been here the whole time. Maybe they're
Well,
just
I don't-
chilling next to us and we just can't see them.
Maybe
I
we're
don't-
aliens.
I don't think they're here. What? So,
But why not? Like, what if?
well, don't they have to eat and don't they?
Maybe they
like,
don't.
reproduce and don't they
But
like?
maybe we
go to
can't
the
comprehend it.
bathroom.
See,
You stepping on
One sec.
stuff on the sidewalk.
okay. So if aliens are potentially here,
Yeah.
what if we just can't see them and they just observe us all the time? And what if like we're there, like they have a whole other world that we just can't see that's within our world, and we're just their entertainment, like we're their TV show. Like there's just aliens sitting on the couch
Yeah.
watching our podcast.
Oh, so like they don't necessarily have
like
like
we're a
they don't
TV
play
show.
video games or like have like traditional entertainment how we imagine it. It's like they just have this like built world and they just
Yeah.
like chill
I
and
think
watch
if-
and make fun. And then they pull all the strings. It's
Or
like
we
the Truman
each,
Show.
Or we each have an alien that's just like our assigned alien, and they just go about our day with us.
and like
like,
if
they're living their
if
life
we get
through
a
us.
flat tire, it's because they're like, you know what? I'm gonna like
Mess with them.
mess with them today.
Or they're just going through their life with us.
Oh,
And it's like, that's their life, we're their life.
wow.
That's so
Yeah,
not true.
that's,
But
yeah, that's.
I don't know.
you never know. You can't discredit it. You can't prove it wrong.
I don't think they're walking the streets, but
What do you think that an alien looks like, Steve? If you had to like draw an alien, what features does it have?
yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if, but I know that in some of those shows, Ancient Aliens, there's depictions of things that back then
Depictions.
depictions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
of things way back before there's things, like, what are they called when they chiseled it in rock?
Oh, like hieroglyphs?
Hieroglyphs of things that looked like airplanes or UFOs and
Spooky.
machine things when there wasn't even machines.
Okay, but I can draw something that doesn't exist. I
Yeah,
can draw
but-
something that doesn't yet exist.
But yeah, but you wouldn't spend the time chiseling it in a rock just for that.
John might. Just to screw.
I
with
mean,
everyone.
it tells a story. I mean, so
Yeah.
their writings, they didn't have books, so they wrote things in stone, right?
Yeah.
Chiseling stones, and they tell a story. So I don't know what.
Maybe they're really bad at drawing, and it was supposed to be a bird.
Now, I think you can believe in aliens and still be a Christian, because I think, like, maybe an alien is like one of the apostles or something. Like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
coming
It's
down,
just
like
God coming down.
just God coming down.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have no doubt that aliens are out there somewhere. Some form. I don't think they necessarily are going to look like how they're depicted in movies.
Yeah,
'Cause,
the
like,
big
why
head,
would
big
they?
eyes. Well,
Like-
maybe that's why they're depicted that way, because someone's seen them, right? But like, who
But we
decided
don't have any
that's-
proof that anybody's seen them.
I mean, there's like some pictures.
People have seen Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you believe in Bigfoot, Steve?
No, I guess that because I think if they found skeletons of dinosaurs from millions of years ago,
true.
why wouldn't they find a Bigfoot?
Maybe he just never
remnants?
dies.
Yeah, maybe he's immortal.
Maybe he's an alien.
Oh.
And he
That.
can go. He can
Bigfoot.
come and leave. He can go into.
Yeah, he can just teleport out.
Anytime that someone is
Wow.
about to get a photo, he gets a signal in his brain.
Yeah.
And he just teleports back to his planet.
Dang.
Dude, I think
Steve.
you solved it, Steve.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, but
Okay, I got another theory here. This one, I want you guys to try and follow me, okay? It's going to be sort of complicated. Okay, solapism.
You lost me.
A theory you cannot prove, okay? So, no matter how accurately we can map the brain and log what electrical signals fire when and where, when you and I eat chocolate, even if our brains actively is identical, we can never check whether or not what we're experiencing is the same sensation. So even though some of the things fire in our brain the same way when we both eat chocolate, there's no way to prove that I have the same sensation you do when
like it
you eat
tastes the
chocolate.
same, or
Yeah,
like it
that it
feels
like
the same?
tastes the same to us.
Same with like seeing
So
color.
now, yeah, so kind of that same idea. Solapism is that notion, but on steroids. So it
Whoa.
says so the idea is one can never definitely prove that others are real and not a figment of one's own imagination, let alone whether or not they're experiencing anything as real, conscious beings like oneself. So, and it says it's perfectly plausible that the, quote, I one experiences is the only conscious thinking entity in existence. It says, example, a lot of people seem to think this when they're stoned, when they're young, or both. So it's the idea that, like, there's no real way to prove that what I experience isn't just a figment of my own imagination. Because, like, although everything is firing, there's no way to get inside someone else's brain and experience for a fact that what they're experiencing isn't totally different than what you think they experience.
That's so weird.
it's pretty heavy.
That is pretty
Yeah.
heavy.
Like, really? What?
What is the meaning
So-
of life?
I don't know. I just thought that was really cool.
Is that the word for the day?
I guess, yeah, that's our word of the day.
What is the word of the day? What is it?
Solapism.
Solapism.
So it's like solo. It's like you are like the only thing that exists. Like solapism.
Wow. So you guys aren't even real. So
Well,
I
there's
could
a
do anything.
possibility that we are just a figment of your imagination.
So I could
No,
kill you,
you can
and it'd
prove
be
that.
fine.
You can prove that that's not the case.
How?
I don't know, just like our house is there when you leave and when we
God,
come
don't
back.
That.
Oh,
that
but you know what's
theory.
creepy is like Shutter Island. Have you seen Shutter Island, Steve?
No.
You've seen Shutter
Okay,
Island.
yeah.
So it's Leonardo DiCaprio, but he's in an insane asylum and he like thinks he's a detective.
Yeah, so the whole movie, the viewer, spoiler alert by the way.
If you haven't seen Shutter Island,
It's really
old. So
But it won a ton of awards. The whole movie, the viewer is led to believe that he's a detective, and he's going to this Shutter Island to like solve this like murder mystery or something. I forget the specifics.
Something like that.
But it's on this island is like this insane asylum basically.
And he's a patient there.
But he's actually,
Yeah,
you find out at the end that like he's actually a patient there, and he thinks that he's this detective, but then like, I don't know.
So what if I'm insane and you guys are just playing along?
Yeah. Like what if we're actors that are trying to like, just like,
It's like the Truman Show, kind of.
yeah. Like we're not actually doing this podcast like for fun or whatever. It's like, this is all part of an experiment built around you.
You guys just
And like
admitted it.
Steve's role is to be kind of like the comic relief in your life. And like,
Wow.
he'll pop in every once in a
does a
while.
good job.
Well, I think they do that. I think that's espionage is like that, where they set up these elaborate
Wait, what does espionage mean?
I don't know. Word of the day.
word of the day, espionage. I think governments or companies do these elaborate hoaxes to try to get someone to sway either their way or some way, or manipulate things with this like a hoax that's
Give an example.
and they no, but I
Well,
know it happens.
I think
at
that's
least
in-
government.
I looked up espionage. It says the practice of spying or of using spies, typically by government, to obtain political and military information. So it's probably like in movies when they have like a hot girl go and like befriend this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And like she actually is just prying out information.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, that happens a lot in Peaky Blinders.
Well, I think that happens more. I think it's more complicated than
Then
just a spy. I think they make office buildings that look like office, some type of office, and then people, regular people come in, but then the person they want to catch comes in, like a police sting maybe,
Okay.
and they might do it for months and months to like. Even with the cartel and stuff, they probably set up fake things to try to set people up. And they even once they got the person, they probably let it keep going to see if they can get more.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed, the reason that people get away with these things for so long before getting caught is because they're so like consistent and persistent at doing what they do. Like they like
hiding.
they'll
They
cross
hide.
their T's and dot their I's.
Yeah,
and they're really good at
It's
it.
like a serial
Yeah.
killer, kind of.
Yeah, and they'll always like cover up all their tracks.
Yeah.
And it seems like when they do get caught is like the one time when they don't cover up all their tracks. You know?
See, I feel like I'm learning how to do that through watching a lot of TV shows.
Do you ever think you can be like,
Get away with a murder.
or you ever think like, if I was going to commit a murder,
Like if I hacked off Steve, could I get away with it?
Well, I always wonder because
So I have if there's a crook, and I think there's a bunch of crap. Let's say if there's a bad guy, whether it's a murder or a crook, drug dealer, whatever. The police know this guy did it.
yeah.
They have to do certain things like get a search warrant. They do
They have
this.
to have like definite proof.
And I think that's bogus. If I bust down a door to what I think is a known crook, and I bust down the door, and inside I find all the evidence that I knew was in there,
Yeah.
but I didn't have a search warrant,
Yeah.
I think it's bogus. I think he
but then,
should
like,
be.
what's to stop from anyone just to bust into your house?
Yeah, but
Well,
what
they're
if
not going to bust down. Why are they going to bust down my door? I didn't do anything wrong.
I know, but then what if let's
they
say
think you do?
think this guy is the bad guy, you bust down his door, you destroy his entire house, and there's nothing, and it's the wrong guy.
So you pay for his fixing his door. And
They don't
you
wanna-
Or I
apologize.
got it. He's got a gun because he's allowed to have a gun. You break into his house. He
shoots
thinks you're
you.
breaking in. He shoots you.
That he would be legal to do that.
Yeah.
So why would you
Well, so
want to
then
risk
why
your
would
life
you-
doing that?
Who? The cops?
Yeah.
They don't want to risk
Officer
dying to
Steve.
some.
Yeah, well, they're going in. They're busting into a crook's house anyway, so they're going in prepared with bulletproof vests, or they got some SWAT team or whatever. They're not going to go in, bust into like some homeowner with a gun that's
Yeah.
scared shitless.
I get what you're saying, and I see that side, but I also see. I think it's just the fact that people have a right to privacy. And that's like something I feel like America tries to take pride in, that like, although we think like that's kind of with
But
with the Apple thing, when they knew there was like a criminal and they got his device, they wouldn't hack in. They had the ability to hack into this terrorist's iPhone, but they wouldn't because it's part of their like terms of service and their. I don't know the specific, but do you remember that case? It was like it was like 5 or 10 years ago, but they wouldn't hack into his device, even though it would provide them information that would help like catch someone. They're just like, that's not what we do.
That's kind of frustrating.
So what if there's a guy serial kidnapper and murder? But let's say he's, what was that show where the guy kidnapped 3 girls and he had different alter egos? He had different.
Oh, Split.
Yeah. Oh. Well, so let's say there's that kind of scenario where they catch the guy. And he's got 3 hostages that they could save the 3 hostages, but they're like in a cave, and no one knows where the cave is. But they could get
It's a very weird. So
look, if they could hack his phone, they could save those 3 people. But because someone says they can't hack his phone, then those 3 people die. Is that fair?
I don't know. I think there's a certain line. Like I think if it's like I don't know what the scenario was that I was talking about 5 or 10 years ago. I don't think it was that extreme. Like,
You think that's okay?
I think they would do it if it's like a legit terrorist.
You are allowed to tap people's phones.
Yeah.
Tap their phones, but not that's
like
different.
hack it and find out where he.
I don't know what the rules are. I don't want to
to
sound like we know what we're talking about. I'm sure there are scenarios when they do hack into people's phones, but yeah. Okay, well we're at about like 40 minutes in, so I wanted to transition to the second half of this. This is exciting.
It is exciting.
So Kyle and I, last episode, we had a food debate. We made a food bracket of all the best fast food places. And Kyle had the idea of like, oh, dude, we should have done like a mascot battle, basically, to see like which mascots would have won.
Because we had an argument about whether the Burger King guy or Colonel Sanders would win in a fight. Or like Ronald McDonald. Just like bare knuckle fight.
Okay.
Who's winning.
Yeah. And so we wanted to kind of maybe expand on that a little bit. And so we came up with, we researched and we also came up with some different who would win in a fight scenarios with different people. And so we're going to debate or talk about who we think would beat the shit out of the other person.
Of the fast food master.
No.
Of these people. So I'll start. Okay, Dwight Schrute versus Jim Halpert
from The Office.
Who's winning that fight?
Well, Dwight's karate expert, so I don't know.
But is he though?
But he's actually terrible. See,
but he's persistent though.
Dwight, I would think Jim.
Jim's got reach. Jim's more athletic, but Dwight's got that weird anger about him.
I feel like Dwight would you'd have to snap his arm in half to get him to stop. Like he would go until he physically couldn't go.
I feel like he'd fight dirty too.
And I think Jim would tap out.
Yeah, that's true. I think Dwight's taking him down. But Jim's like athletic and actually coordinated, so I don't know.
I think Dwight's actually really soft. Like he tries to act like a tough guy, but deep down he's a wuss.
Okay, I guess Jim's got reach too.
Yeah,
Jim.
All right, Jim. So some of these that I found are a bit more. It's more than just like a fist fight. It's like kind of a whole scenario. Okay. So
like super fights.
Yeah. Kind of like the game Super Fight. By the way, if you guys want like a fun card game to play with a group of people, it's this game called Super Fight is way more fun than like Evil Apples or
Evil Apple. Oh, that's the app.
What's the
Cards Against Humanity?
It's way more fun than Cards Against Humanity. It's a really fun game to play with a group of people. All right. So this one says this is the title of it is The Penguins of Madagascar. So there's a animated movie, Penguins of Madagascar, which you probably haven't seen, but it's just like a group of penguins.
Did you find this on Reddit?
Yeah.
We may have the same ones.
Okay. So the Penguins of Madagascar have 72 hours and the U.S. military budget to find bin Laden. Okay? They are sent back in time. They only have access to the intel acquired so far. They also get extra time to study it. They have no backpacks, and their only ally are Julian and Mort, who are other characters from the show. So a group of penguins, okay? They can use the budget however they want and are also provided with all existing infrastructure.
So you're asking if the penguins can find bin Laden?
But they're animated, so it's like they're not just penguins.
They're like they have like souls. They're like people.
Yeah.
They're penguins.
I think they're going to do it because they're pretty there's some stealthy penguins out there.
They aren't. They're quiet. They can swim underwater for long periods of time.
Yeah, plus they'd see penguins and be like,
yeah, but bin Laden's in the friggin' desert. They're gonna.
But Madagascar's warm though.
Yeah, so they're the penguins of Madagascar, but
they're used to heat.
But No, they are used to heat, but what he's saying is that Bin Laden's in the desert, in like Syria or Iraq or whatever. So penguins aren't going to be there. Penguins don't exist.
They can't even cross.
They have the same intel though. They're allowed to be. Let's say they start there because they're not starting from Madagascar.
But like what he's saying, I think what you're saying is that if anybody from Bin Laden from Al Qaeda was to see penguins on the street, they would be alarmed. And
you think they'd start shooting penguins in the street? That's messed up. I don't know if they go that far.
I don't think. I think the penguins couldn't even get close to him because they would perish in the elements.
I don't know. Those are some smart penguins. Maybe they bring like coolers to like, and they take shifts like.
A bunch of marching, stealthy penguins. Is that what you think? Really?
Yeah. You haven't seen penguins in Madagascar.
Yeah, you don't know how stealthy they can be.
They're stealthy.
Okay.
Yao Ming versus Manny Pacquiao. See, Manny Pacquiao is obviously he's a fighter,
world-renowned boxer. Wait, was it MMA or boxing? He was boxing. Yeah.
But he's like half Yao Ming's size. Yao Ming's got reach. He's got weight.
Yeah, but Yao
power.
Ming, he probably has joint issues.
He does.
His
knees
probably
how much is Pacquiao's? Like what, 120?
He's like probably like 120, 130.
Dude, Pacquiao couldn't even reach like his chest.
He'd
have to punch his knee.
But he'd be giving like body. That's true. He'd be giving them like just constant body shots, and Yao Ming's just doing long, slow haymakers at him, which he'd probably dodge.
Yeah.
Now, there was a 7'6" guy just on America's Got Talent.
Okay.
Some goofy Indian guy, but they were hitting the guy with a sledgehammer and didn't even hurt him. Swear to God, you ought to watch the.
I saw it. I don't understand this act.
No, I don't either.
It's a 7'6" guy. He laid on the ground.
They just beat him up.
His partner blindfolded himself, took a sledgehammer, and he outlined his whole body. So the guy was like laying like a snowman, or like his arms out, like he was doing like
They put coconuts or
a
watermelons or something around.
Yeah, they put watermelons outlining his whole body, all around his head, his balls. And then the guy blindfolded took a sledgehammer and sledgehammed every single watermelon and didn't hit him.
With a sledgehammer.
Wow.
Now the next time they laid him on the ground, they took a big like a block of ice the size of like an ice chest, stuck it on his chest, and the guy took a sledgehammer and busted the ice. It took him like 10 whacks to bust the ice.
What is that?
And then the guy said, "Hit me right now." The ice is all busted. The guy said, "Here, hit me in the chest with a sledgehammer." The guy took a full swing with a sledgehammer on the chest.
Damn.
Watch it.
What? Maybe it's like a fake sledgehammer. Like maybe it's
Well,
like
I thought about that too,
ice,
but I
though.
don't know. You watch him swing it.
Maybe there's two sides of it. There's like a hard side and like a soft side.
Oh, and when he went back, he twisted it.
Yeah.
But still, like
no, but even
there's
then,
weight behind it.
Yeah,
It wouldn't
it's still
feel
a
good.
heavy thing.
Yeah, it'd probably hurt, but maybe he's got like a chest plate or something.
Well, you look at the guy. He's
Maybe
that show Dwayne Wade was on as a guest
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
deal, and he walked up on stage and he made Dwayne Wade look like a shrimp.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And
Well,
Wade's what, 6'5" or something?
6'4", yeah.
Yeah, 6'4". Damn.
Wow.
Okay.
Anyways, you guys think Manny Pacquiao's winning that?
Pacquiao's winning. I don't know how. He's gonna just blow
I
out
don't-
his knee.
Just
I
constant
don't-
body shots.
You think Yao Ming?
Well, I don't know if Yao means the right. You're saying.
So let's say Shaq, because Shaq's more like powerful and whatever.
Well,
Shaq
I think
versus
I mean a
Pacquiao.
younger Shaq or like just a current day
It's like,
Shaq.
it's
or
like
current day Yao.
it's like current Shaq.
Current.
I mean, like just today, like
Today's
like,
Shaq.
pretty out of shape.
Very
Well,
out of
but I
shape,
mean, he would train for it.
he's
I think there's
strong.
somebody that I think there's a big dude that could beat
I think
Pacquiao,
prime
that's not a
Shaq
fight.
probably could. Like Shaq in his prime.
Shaq. Could just like go like this and
Yeah. hold
boom,
him
boom,
back.
boom, or like.
Just grab his head. Palm
Well,
his
you
whole
can't.
head.
There's rules. But,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
gloves on.
there's no rules though.
Oh,
It's just
this
a straight
is
up
like
fight.
not.
Oh,
bo-
MMA.
Fight to the death.
no, it's just
Oh,
No
fight
rules.
to the death.
No
Oh.
weapons, just bare knuckles.
Well, I think if it's fight to the death, Yao Ming wins,
okay.
You think?
Okay.
and I think
Goes down on
Shaq
a
wins, and I think that big Indian dude wins if it's Manny Pacquiao.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, two like kind guys, something different.
Okay.
Well, did you guys do the food ones?
No.
Well, yeah.
no.
What do you got? Whatever.
Well, I don't know. I was thinking like who's the Mr. Jack? What's
Jack in the Box?
Jack in the Box
Okay.
versus
Versus
like,
who?
Wendy.
Oh, Jack in the Box to destroy Wendy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy's kind of just a
Like, you
petite
can't
little.
hurt Jack in the Box. His head is protected by the sphere.
Oh, he's got a helmet.
No,
He's
that
got a
is
helmet.
his head. It's a
Oh.
target you can't miss.
All right, I guess that's true.
I don't
But-
know. But when he talks,
But
his
is it a
mouth
ping
doesn't
pong
move.
ball or is it a freaking golf ball? If it's a ping pong ball,
Wait, what is his head supposed to be, by the way? Like, what
Big.
is it supposed to, like,
I
represent?
don't know.
like a light bulb.
He's really
no?
smart.
Because it's Jack in the box.
He's in the box.
But so why is it this white ball with, like, a weird
Yeah,
nose?
I don't know. That's a good question.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't he have, like, a pointy carrot
Because
nose?
like Jack in the Box, those things kind of pop out of like the Jack in the Box, like a real Jack in the Box.
Oh, so is it like a clown?
Maybe
Is he
he's
supposed
supposed
to
Oh
be a
yeah,
clown?
yeah.
Like a
I
clown,
think it's a
kinda.
little bit. Yeah.
That's a really bad clown.
Yeah, I know. It probably didn't start off that way. It's probably become more professional now. So it's like a guy in a
So
suit
if
with
you
a-
so
with a-
so
Here, let,
so he would win beat. So let's say you have them all lined up there, and so he would go against Win. He would win. Now eventually there'd be someone that could beat him. Who would beat him?
I think
Well-
Ronald McDonald is killing anyone. He's psycho.
Yeah, Kyle and I both agreed that Ronald McDonald is probably like one of those weirdos that would like the pain.
Yeah.
Because he's just like such a creepy clown.
Like he's getting punched in the
Okay,
face.
Burger King or
We
KFC.
said Colonel Sanders,
Colonel Sanders,
would
yeah.
beat Burger King because he's a colonel and has a whole army.
But that doesn't count.
yeah.
Mono y mono though.
yeah.
I think Burger King can beat Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders is old.
But someone
Yeah,
isn't there some fast food chain that has some like super
like a buff
hero
guy.
kind of a-
I don't. Oh, Popeyes. What's no?
No,
Popeyes
that's like a
not
black
like
lady.
not like Popeye, like the cartoon Popeye.
Yeah, it's
No,
not Popeye.
yeah, no. It's hard to have like a really athletic person be the face of your fast food franchise, but somehow McDonald's is always sponsoring the Olympics. So
Yeah. It's so funny. I see Mike I used to see like Michael Phelps or whatever in those McDonald's
about to bite
commercials.
into a Big Mac and then they cut away. It's
Yeah.
like, he's not actually eating a Big Mac. You
Yeah.
kidding me?
Michael Phelps is not eating any McDonald's.
You don't think he has like a
Maybe now.
no? Even back when he's training, well, you
I
could
guess
eat a
I
burger.
mean,
You
yeah, I
could eat
mean, he did eat like 10,000 or 15,000
Yeah.
calories a day or
That's true.
something.
Maybe he did have Big Macs. I don't know though.
He probably burned it all off. Who would win? 10 average-sized 12-year-old American boys versus one average American adult male. Okay? So 10 12-year-olds versus one adult. Now, listen. The fight will occur in a gladiator-style arena with our combatants starting opposite of one another. Everyone involved is wearing standard athletic gear. This is a fight to the death, and everyone present is aware of this. The 12-year-olds are not necessarily bloodlusted, but they're committed to fight and will only stop if incapacitated. The point is, they're not like zombie-crazed 12-year-olds.
They're just regular 12-year-olds.
but they're committed to fight to the death.
Okay.
But this guy is also committed to fight to the death.
Because I just think of average guy, probably not a good fighter. So I think 12-year-olds.
I think 12 was a little too old. Like 12-year-olds are pretty.
Yeah, if there's like
Crazy.
10 8-year-olds, I think I could beat up 10 8-year-olds.
Because like
I
let's
mean,
say
if they understand the concept of fight to the death, I guess you'd have to make sure they understand that. Right?
yeah, like
And
they're
then,
hyped, they're roaring and ready to go.
do they have train? Like, can they have a meeting so they have some strategy, or is it they just thrown in like 12?
I think you throw them in and just let it
It's
let it
just
go.
like 3, 2, 1, go.
Sounds like catnip.
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 Katniss from
Right,
Outer
Katniss. What is it?
Katniss. Catnip.
Catnip. Katniss
That's close.
Everdeen. Yeah,
Yeah. I think those 12-year-olds win.
really.
Yeah.
But the big guy, the adult, if they're running towards him,
Find his
he
balls.
could just kick them. Like if he kicks one 12-year-old in
Yeah,
the
but
head, they're gonna start crying.
So,
Remember
but
how much
there's
I
the rest
cried
of-
in basketball?
Yeah, but there's the rest of them. There's like they swarm him.
Yeah.
10.
They're old enough to know that they can
I
just
mean,
swarm him.
They would have to work as a group. I mean, they couldn't go
Yeah.
like you go, Kyle. You go.
like,
fight.
all right, your turn.
Kyle, your turn. You couldn't do that. You would lose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
but
get
if
knocked
they
out.
all agreed,
That we have to go take this guy down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why? So take 10, 12-year-olds and do a real life. Like, what if they were on a hike, Boy Scouts, and a mountain lion came? Would they win a?
No, Steve, no. Not even close.
Dad,
What?
a mountain
Who?
lion can destroy like a bunch of grown men. Mountain
No,
lions are crazy.
How
no.
is a 12-year-old going to kill a mountain lion?
With a friggin', you get a stick or a rock
Just find a stick.
while they're eating one, while he's chewing on one, they're jumping on his back.
Okay, well, to your point about the mountain lion, this was a common debate on Twitter last year, at least with like in like the gaming scene. It was all over Twitter. People were having this debate: who would win, a grizzly bear or a what was it? A gorilla, like a fully grown gorilla, or a fully grown grizzly bear. And every like
Grizzly bear.
then I saw videos like a couple months after this had been like a common thing of people arguing. I like these nature specialists or like animal specialists like talked about it, I guess, because someone was on Joe Rogan's podcast, some like nature guy, and he was like, people don't realize that gorillas are absolutely like can kill anything.
Yeah, they're really strong.
Really?
I was surprised, but from what it sounds like, a gorilla would just destroy a grizzly bear.
Okay, what about a gorilla versus
Really?
a hippo?
I think a gorilla can kill like anything.
Dude, hippos, they're quick. And they got that mouth.
It's probably hard. Like, I feel like hippos are one of those animals where like it's probably so hard to get their skin to like cut, like to get them to actually bleed, because I feel like their skin is just like rock hard.
Yeah, well, they'll like bite each other's faces and like nothing
But
happens.
a gorilla doesn't. They don't have claws or teeth.
They got teeth. They got some big teeth.
I
And
think
they
they have like
power.
sharp teeth and just
Yeah,
like
but a bear,
insane strength.
I think who said that?
And see, a gorilla can like it uses its hands and legs like humans, whereas it can like move around more agile.
And punch too. It's probably got
But a
some,
grizzly bear can stand on his hind legs and fight standing up.
so can a gorilla.
I don't know.
And there, have you ever seen? I flew into Anchorage, Alaska, and in their airport, there's a stuffed grizzly standing up. The friggin' thing is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is huge. I don't know how big a gorilla is. I wouldn't mess with a gorilla, but I would think a grizzly
Harambe.
bear.
No, I mean I agree. I think it sounds like you would think that a grizzly bear would destroy it. Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think apparently if it realistically happened, I guess a gorilla would win.
Well, maybe because a gorilla would could dart around. I think a gorilla could dart around and maybe use his feet as weapons, right? Like come in and do a karate kick like to the chest and, and jump
Slow-mo
like
backflip.
use a tree branch and swim, swing over the thing, get on his
Gorillas
shoulders.
like swing on stuff. They're kind of too fat for that,
No,
right?
they do that.
Gorillas?
I think they do that. Yeah, I think they can.
I don't.
Are we thinking of the same type of monkey? Gorillas are like huge.
Gorillas don't swing on branches.
Yeah,
They would
do.
break the branch.
Well, they
Yeah.
swing on trees, I
An
think.
entire tree just.
I don't know. Okay.
I found one on Reddit. So it says Joe Average. I'm guessing it's just the average person.
Yeah.
Acquires an AK-47 with Endless magazine. How high in the Dark Age European society can he make it?
Oh, so like how high in the political system
Yeah.
can he like?
In
Top, right? I mean, he's gonna be the king of the world because like no one can defeat this guy. He's got an AK.
So, what era?
The Dark Ages, so that's like the 1400s or something.
So they didn't even have like bolt
They had,
guns.
like swords.
So
They had
how
swords.
much ammunition does he have?
Maximum,
Unlimited.
unlimited.
Well,
He's taking
yeah.
over the world.
Dude, he's gonna be the.
But like while your
dictator.
loads, maybe they charge.
Yeah, but he better have some friends because
true.
Someone has to
gotta
guard
sleep.
him at nighttime.
Yeah, see,
and then
even if he has unlimited ammo, if people came together and like rioted and like planned a thing,
So then it's like, how high can you make it? You think before he gets taken over?
well, if he's diplomatic, if he's like a politician, where
Well, he's an average guy, so
but if he wouldn't really be diplomatic if he was just using his AK-47 to gain power. He
No,
would just be
you
a
could-
murderer.
yeah, but you couldn't use it just that way. You'd have to use it.
Yeah.
someone could steal it too. While he
Yeah.
sleeps, his
Oh.
guard.
That's
just
what I
picks it
mean.
up. Yeah. Watch
Okay.
out. Stay alert.
So how do we think he would become like the president or whatever?
The
No.
king.
You don't even think he'd make it, even for a short time?
Oh, I think he could go high, but I think he would be. He'd have to use diplomacy, not the gun. The
Yeah.
gun is just. It's like he knows that no one else knows how to use it, but
Yeah.
he has the gun. But he has to say, "Look, I'm going to bring you food because I can shoot deer and I can
that's
I
true.
can protect you against your enemies.
There you
So
go.
hire me as promote me as your king."
They're gonna win any war. Pretty
But
much.
I would argue
Yeah, they would.
when people get power, they don't want to be the one who has to do all the work. And if he's the only one that knows how to use the gun, people would always rely on him to do all the work and go get them food and go protect them and do this and,
And then
do that.
if you teach someone else to how to use the gun, they might turn on you.
Yeah.
Because there's one gun.
Yeah.
It's one AK-47.
Dang.
Just give it to like this random dude.
yeah.
Turns around, and shoots you,
Wow.
and now he's the only one that knows how to use the gun.
Okay.
Then someone's going to
Oh.
And then it goes on, and then
Oh.
eventually we get back to 2019.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's
I
in the
guess
that gun would be in the Smithsonian.
he's in the Civil War, just shooting with an AK. They're all standing there like with their muskets, and he's just.
Did they actually just line up and just shoot each other?
Yeah.
Why
It's
didn't
so
they
dumb.
like try and get cover?
I don't know.
I don't know. It was
Like-
an honor thing. I
Like
guess.
if you're in the front, you're just taking a bullet. To the
Yeah,
chest.
if I was in the Civil War, I'd try and be in the very back. Be like, yo, I'll just shoot over your head, and like you guys
just
can
be a
take
guy
the-
with a cannon, just like standing in the back, just like launching over
Yeah.
everyone.
Well, I know. What was
Or
wrong
like-
with jumping behind a rock or hiding behind a tree?
just like
It's not
or
honorable.
bring
I
like
guess.
a
Yeah.
couple like a portable like some sandbags or something.
Yeah, and they'd have like drummers.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you? Why are you even here? He's just like drumming there
Yeah.
in the front.
Or like-
dude, you're gonna get shot.
Like in the movie like Braveheart, I think, when they would just like charge at each other with sword, like before the Civil War, when they just
Yeah.
had swords,
Yeah.
they just start so far away and just sprint, just start like if you know you're in the front,
If you're in the front, you're absolutely gonna
even
die.
if you kill your first enemy, you're just gonna get stabbed in the side by somebody else.
Or
So
your,
back then,
your
they were
own
a-
teammate might be behind you with a sword out, and then you get kind of pushed back right into his sword, and you just die.
Your own teammate.
Yeah, a lot of like friendly fire.
Yeah, there's swords swinging everywhere. You don't know where to hit.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly. That Civil War. I don't know. So
all right.
if could you visualize what if you were back in those times? What kind of a person would you be? Would you be like a hunter gatherer? Would you be like the
I sure as hell
Trees.
wouldn't be of one of those fighters in the army.
No, I wouldn't either.
Unless they like forced me to.
would you
I think
be
they kinda
like
force you to.
working the farm?
I feel like I would have been like
I'd
one of
be
the
a-
outcasts.
Yeah,
Like I would intentionally try to be.
John would
an
be like the
outcast.
jester, the lord. You just juggle for the king.
Be one of those. What do they call him in Peaky Blinders? The gypsies that just travel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kind of be a gypsy.
I'd be that dirty guy just working in the coal mine.
Okay. Who would win? An army of 50,000 12-year-olds hopped up on Mountain Dew and led by Alexander the Great.
Okay.
Okay, so
Good
they got a
strategy.
lot of caffeine and they have a good leader. Or 35,000, so there's 50,000 12-year-olds or 35,000 average 20-year-old adults high on cocaine and led by Napoleon.
Oh, 20-year-olds.
Probably the 20-year-olds.
If they're on cocaine, they're going to be like,
Yeah, but hyper kids on Mountain Dew. They're
yeah,
outnumbering you.
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
You could.
It says,
I mean, by just fisticuffs, or they got
well,
weapons?
okay, so it says both are fighting for control of Italy. It will be modern day Italy. There will be no people in it, and no outside nations shall interfere. Both generals have basic knowledge of its geography along with its current day infrastructure, and both will be given 2 months to prepare. The one who gets the most territory first wins. Oh, so it's just whoever can get the most territory first. Mountain Army will be using mid-90s U.S. Army weapons and vehicles, while Cocaine Army will be using Royal Army mid-90s weapons and vehicles. That's a big difference.
What's that?
So
mid-90s.
So the kids, the 12-year-olds, will be using mid-90s U.S. Army weapons and vehicles.
Okay.
So like the
That's
like
the kids.
M4s, M16s,
Okay.
like
Okay, whatever.
tanks and
Okay,
stuff.
Mid-90s. What's the 20-year-olds?
And the Cocaine Army will be using Royal Army mid-90s weapons and vehicles.
What is the
So,
Royal Army?
That's Great Britain, I would think.
So
What
wouldn't
do they
they kind of
have?
just have the same
Same
weapons?
thing. Yeah, that's.
Unless
Maybe it's not as
you're
good.
someone who believes that like the U.S. Army is like far and above better.
Yeah, but you think a 12-year-old's going to drive a tank well? No.
That's true.
Especially with all that Mountain Dew.
12-year-olds are gonna
They're
probably
going to have to pee a
Well, they
lot,
have 2
too.
months. You could teach a 12-year-old to drive a tank.
They're
Two
12-year-olds are gonna accidentally have the safety on. They're getting ready to shoot someone, and it's just not
Yeah.
gonna fire.
See, also the 12-year-olds are going to be more like in their present mind because they're only drinking Mountain Dew. These guys that are coked up are just going to be like, ah, like way more insane.
Oh yeah, they'll have no fear of death.
Yeah, exactly. But the Mountain Dew kids, like a lot of sugar, but they're still scared.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the 20, but there's 15,000 more 12-year-olds.
No, but that's nothing with.
You just each person takes out 2 12-year-olds, and you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's a win.
Okay. All right. I really like this one. Okay.
Okay.
This isn't necessarily like a fight per se. So it says the title is "Can Batman Guide a Tortoise Across the United States During the Zombie Apocalypse?" Okay.
Yes, you can.
So it says it's 5 years into the zombie apocalypse. Resources are scarce and the humans are losing the battle. but there is hope. Bruce Wayne, who's Batman, is holed up in LA with a tortoise. In the tortoise's veins flow the key to developing a zombie vaccine. However, the scientists who can develop the vaccine are in New York City, and the regents, I don't know what that word is, needed to create the medicine have the shelf life of 2 more years. Okay?
So we got to get it across
So-
the world.
Can the Dark Knight save humanity by guiding this tortoise across the country in 2 years? Now, here's the rules, okay? The tortoise is a full-grown and healthy male Galapagos tortoise weighing 500 pounds.
That's important.
It will need to be fed and taken care of like any other tortoise. Batman also needs to feed himself, find water, etc. The zombies act like most zombie movies, but they want to bite the tortoise as well.
Mm-hmm.
So not only do they want to eat Batman, but they're going for that tortoise. They can be knocked out temporarily or killed by destroying the head / decapitating them.
Question.
Yes.
Does Batman have the Batmobile?
That
Or
is
does
a good
the
question.
tortoise have to walk? Because 500...
I
Batman's
don't-
not carrying 500 pounds.
No, I think it's like he might bring him on a leash. I don't think he has the Batmobile.
I don't even think... Even if there was nothing, I don't think he could get a tortoise across the United States in 2 years. It's so
No.
slow. Right?
Now the tortoise probably could survive because couldn't he just go in a shell?
Oh.
Don't
that's
they-
true.
Can't they go in? Even the big ones, can't they go inside their shells?
Yeah.
So
But
it's all up to Batman just clearing a path for this guy to get through.
see, now what we don't know is with a zombie, will it infect you if it just touches you?
No.
Or does it have to like
Just bite you.
get the blood?
By you, yeah.
Okay. Gas-based vehicles, cars, planes, motorbikes, are out of fuel and can't be used. If the tortoise gets bitten by a zombie, game over. If Batman gets bitten by a zombie, or if Batman gets bitten, he becomes a zombie within 48 hours. The tortoise understands the situation and he wants to get to New York City and will mostly obey Bruce Wayne's commands, but is otherwise limited to tortoise-like skills. Bruce Wayne starts with a fully equipped bat suit, but with no refills to weapons. The tortoise cannot be fitted with armor or protective gear of any kind.
So Batman's just going to run out of ammo.
Yeah, I don't think he can make.
But listen, what are there other types of vehicles they could use that aren't gas-based vehicles?
Like a horse.
Like a steamboat? They go around in the ocean on a boat. How are the zombies going to get to them?
A steam... Where is he going to get a steamboat? They don't have to exist anymore.
Yeah.
Electric scooter.
There actually is a steamboat.
An electric scooter?
Uber scooter. But how are you going to
A
get
Tesla.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
He finds a rich person's abandoned house in LA.
Yeah.
He puts the tortoise in the Tesla.
But there's no electricity. Zombie apocalypse.
oh.
Wait, but doesn't it
you
work on
couldn't
solar
recharge
power?
it.
Does it work on solar power? Does it?
No, there might be solar cars.
Solar
though, like-
cars?
I don't know.
I don't know. Wheelbarrow. Put him in a
So
wheelbarrow.
can you get inside of a car? Can you?
Batman's
if
pretty
you,
strong.
if you had a car,
Yeah.
can you just lock yourself in it and drive and even like run over a zombie?
I mean, eventually you'd like dent into your car and
It'd
they'd be
probably-
able to get in.
Or would they like kind of? Can they pick up the car and jump on
No,
it and
they're kinda
smash the
dumb.
windows? Or
I feel like they're kind of dumb. They just kind of stumble around and like if they see you, they'll like
Yeah, but
stumble
it
after
depends
you.
the type of zombie. Because, like, some zombies, like,
Yeah.
sprint at you.
I'm thinking like Walking Dead. Like they
Where
just
they're
kind of
just
stumble
really
around
slow.
and they just like bite
Yeah.
you.
I think he could do it. If he has 2 years and he puts the tortoise in a wheelbarrow, he's a strong guy.
That's a lot of 500 pounds in a wheelbarrow across the
Oh,
US.
500. I forgot he's 500 pounds.
Yeah. Is that true? Tortoises get 500
yeah, I
pounds?
think so,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
That's insane. How big is a
It's not
tortoise?
that big. I
It's
think it's just really
big as that.
dense.
Probably that thing over there.
What the heck?
He's not getting that thing in a wheelbarrow.
2/3 of this table, probably the big
Dang.
one.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Now,
Okay.
why don't you just swim? The tortoise could swim around.
No, tortoises are on land.
No,
Turtles swim.
no, they'll swim. The big ones swim.
They swim. They don't breathe like underwater, but they can
They
swim.
swim.
You think tortoises swim?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I think
do.
all type of
Yeah,
No.
do
and they can hold their breath for a long time. They can go underwater for.
do tortoises swim. Turtles will usually return to the same beach. Tortoises live on land. They cannot swim in water.
Boom.
Wow.
Tortoises cannot swim in water. That's
Wow.
crazy. I had no idea.
I had no idea either.
I thought they were like the same thing, kind of. I just thought tortoises were bigger.
This one says Napoleon Bonaparte with an army of 1,000 Napoleon Dynamites versus Napoleon Dynamite with an army of 500 Napoleon Bonapartes.
Okay, so
So
Napoleon Bonaparte was like some old leader, right?
yeah, but he's really small.
Okay, so he's a small
But
guy.
he was like a soldier, so he could fight. Napoleon Dynamite can't really fight.
So he is the one
Well, I don't think Napoleon fought. I think he
was like the
he was the
commander.
king,
But he
so
probably
he would.
he could handle a sword.
No, I think he
Yeah, I
was
think he was a
wimpy
pussy.
little. Yeah, but he just was the king, so he told everybody else to go fight. If they didn't, he had you killed. So
Oh.
he had just the. So what's the?
It's 1,000 Napoleon Dynamites versus 500 Napoleon Bonapartes, but each one is run by the other. So
Okay.
Napoleon Dynamites,
I think the
I
thousand
think the 1,000 too.
would win.
The 1,000 Napoleon Dynamites would win,
Yeah, I think
as
so,
opposed
too.
to the 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, because Napoleon could lead the.
Okay,
he
he
could
could be
lead
a
the
good
Dynamites.
leader, but
He'd be a
Napoleon Dynamite, he's kind
He's
of
not a fighter.
He's a dummy.
He's not. Yeah.
Like I feel
Yeah,
like
but it's a life again. That life or death, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
He can dance. That's about. He can play tetherball. Yeah. All right.
that's about the extent of his skill
Okay,
set.
I got another funny one.
Okay.
Okay, Mike Tyson with the arms of a gorilla versus a gorilla with Mike Tyson's arms.
The gorilla doesn't have like the knowledge. Well,
No, let's say they know. It's a
Do you
gorilla.
guys
but it's
know
got-
who Mike Tyson is? I mean, what?
Yeah.
What about?
I mean,
He's a
he was
boxer.
like retired when I
He's like
heard about him.
heavyweight champion,
Yeah.
insane.
Bit someone's ear. Was he who bit someone's ear off?
Yeah,
right
I
off
mean, he-
Holyfield.
He had a pet
was
tiger?
He was badass for a while, but
Mhm.
then all of a sudden he just started wimping out.
Let's say
or
in his prime. Mike Tyson prime Mike Tyson
something.
with gorilla arms
Arms.
or gorilla with prime Mike Tyson arms. I think the
I
gorilla.
still think the gorilla,
because
like,
he's got size.
all the only thing that changes for the gorilla is kind of a downgrade in its arm size.
Yeah,
But
like
other
a
than
punch
that-
from a gorilla.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
do
how
we mean
about-
all four? Like he has, like are his
No, just
legs
arms.
also his arms? Because
Yeah. Let's say all four. Let's say arms and legs, but gorilla body. So that looks really weird. It's like very narrow.
I don't know. I can't believe we're spending time doing this. I can't. Believe
these are important.
These are the questions that people need to, they need to think about.
Really?
Yeah.
Of all the stuff that's going on, we're talking about Mike Tyson with gorilla arms and
Yeah.
legs
We need
fighting a
we need a
gorilla
break.
with Tyson arms and legs.
Gotta have a break
I
from some
don't-
of the serious stuff in the world.
Yeah.
And think about.
I'd
gorillas
vote
fighting.
for, I guess, the gorilla.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think so too. All right.
Okay.
Well, on that note.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Peak to Middle School. This one was all over the place, but what's new? That's kind of what we do
It's
here.
kind of our thing.
Anyways, Kyle, where can they follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at KyleStafford36. Follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast on. Wow, I said that weird. At Pim's Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. We post clips. They're funny. You should check them out. Yeah,
You
John,
guys-
where's gonna find you?
You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Twitter and Instagram. If you have an iDevice, an iPad or an iPhone or maybe an iPod Touch,
Maybe.
you know, even though I don't know if those exist
I
anymore.
don't think they do.
But you guys should leave a review on our podcast. Rate it 5 stars. Write something nice. It helps us out a lot. Special shout out to Steve for joining us on the podcast. Steve doesn't have any social media. So
Well, you can follow me at Home Depot if I'm there.
Yeah, look at your
Look
local
for me.
Home Depot.
There's
Also, check out the other episode with Steve. I think it's titled something about my dad. Is what
yeah,
John-
it's
John
like
titled
my.
it.
It has the words "my dad" in
So-
at the beginning.
Find my dad, and you can hear some great stories from Steve's childhood.
Yeah,
It's worth a listen.
Anyways, with all that being said, there's new episodes every Monday and Thursday. You can also subscribe to my personal YouTube channel called The Narwhal. And that's it. See ya.
Goodbye.